Hello guys, welcome to another video. So if you remember the last video I posted, and that was for the test on the 11th of October 2021 at Hither, and the learner failed just about 2 minutes after exiting the test center. And I did mention in that video that this was one of my best drivers for that month, which was last month. Now here we are back again for the test, and she passed this time around because she managed to figure out what she did wrong earlier, which was just relaxing and calming down. And she proved herself this time around because she only had 2 minor faults. Although we could have come with no fault at all, but it's okay, these things happens. You're bound to make those mistakes, and 2 is still very good. So let's watch and enjoy the test and see what we can learn from this. So this test took place on the 1st of November 2021, and that was at 14 past 10 in the morning. So remember guys, I haven't got much to say apart from watching through the video and pointing out places that she made errors on. Now she had 2 minor faults, and I'm going to be pointing these out when we get to the point in the video. So hope you get your popcorn and let's get on. This situation here is one of the reasons why you need to learn to get through narrow spaces and meeting traffic situations. That truck isn't moving anywhere anytime soon, because as you can see, that was offloading some stuff on the road there. So anyways, now the junction we're approaching here is where she failed the last time, because she didn't realize that junction was actually there, and there was no intention of stopping until the examiner braked and stopped the car. So as you can see here, she's taken her time and observed to make sure it's safe, and she's gone through it. So yes, this time around there's no panic and no worry to end the video. So we'll continue and see how we get on. So because she's doing pulling up on the right and reversing to car lane, now remember this is actually part of your maneuvers. Now she won't have to do any parking, so yeah, luckily No reverse bay parking, no forward bay parking, and no parallel parking as well. Remember not to do unnecessary lane changes, because as you can see there, she left the left lane to go into the middle lane, which were both going straight ahead anyways. So don't give yourself extra work, just use the left lane and proceed. Again, she could have used the left lane at this traffic light, but she chose to use the middle one. But there was no vehicles around her that were obstructed or affected by that decision, and she wasn't holding anyone back. So, but remember, whenever possible, if it makes sense, keep to the left lane. It just makes it easier, so you don't have to keep changing lanes most of the time. But if you're turning right at this traffic light, then remember that the two lanes, which is the middle lane and the right lane, are both going right. So they're both turning right. So I often recommend to use the middle lane so that you end up on the left lane when you cross the light, and not having to use the right lane and then holding other vehicles back once they leave that light. Because remember, most of those drivers are going to be leaving very fast, and they will be cutting you on the left and overtaking you there, or undertaking you. So use the middle lane unless if there is traffic heavily on the middle lane. But I mean, I still don't see that situation. It's not often. Just use the middle lane unless you're turning right at the roundabout at Clifton's. So, as unlucky as it could be, she had to go through two roundabouts. Now, it's this big roundabout before Clifton from this direction. And she did actually very well, which was fourth exit at the roundabout and then third exit at Clifton. And remember, I told you guys this was one of my best drivers for last month. So, yeah, she proved me right again. So, I mean, she went through these two roundabouts with no problem. And this one is actually much difficult than Clifton's, in my opinion. But yeah, anyways. Again, she changed lane at the perfect timing to overtake the bus with no hesitation. So again, that was brilliant. And yet again, watch when she started changing lane to prepare for the roundabout. That again was another good one. So just right from where she got to the board for the roundabout, and that was brilliantly done again. So a very well done to her. So at this point, she was asked the show me question to show her how to, to show how to wash and clean the front windscreen. And that's why you saw the wipers go on there. And I can see there was water spray on the camera lens as well. So she had a minor fault here for observation when she moved off after that emergency stop there. So this can happen because sometimes you might just still be in shock. So remember, relax and make sure you do your full observation again before you move off, right? Now remember, when going through with restrictions, keep your car to the minimum speed, even 1 miles or 0 miles an hour if necessary. Stop if you have to, and check your 2 side mirrors to make sure it's not going to be touching or hitting the poles. Also check your side mirrors just to avoid hitting the curbs. Now she did that perfectly, just so I mentioned. So, our decisions at the meeting traffic situations so far has been very good, well timed, good judgment, and so all around was just brilliant. So, this is what I mean. So, plan yourself ahead, see what's going on ahead of you so that you can make appropriate decisions on time and take action in good time as well. So we're now approaching the end of the test now, and so far so I couldn't figure out where the other minor fault was, but all round she got 2 minors. So one for safety when she was moving off. I think I mistakenly said observation earlier on when she did the controlled stop, so it was safety while she was moving off after that controlled stop. And then the other one was for junction, which was observation at junctions. So, and that was just it. So it was brilliant, and without those two, I could easily see this becoming, could have easily been the perfect pass, so with no minors. But hey, I was very happy with that drive there. The test was beautiful, actually the best one for the year, I'd give at that. So yeah, it was beautiful, and you could imagine she failed initially. Now that was only nerves. How can a driver this good fail under 2 minutes or in 2 minutes? So I guess this would explain what I'm trying to emphasize to you guys. No matter how good you are or how bad you might think you are, if you can relax, if you can keep calm and just focus and plan ahead of you, you can make it happen and you can pass your test. Just keep calm. The best drivers or the best of you can fail in a minute or even at the end of your test if you're not relaxed, and that's it. So I hope this has been useful and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And remember to like or click the like button if you find this video useful. Subscribe to the channel, please. Leave a comment if you need help or if you need an advice. And don't forget, the number can be found, or my contact details can be found on the channel about section. If you click the link there, it will take you to my Facebook page where you can either WhatsApp me directly or call or text me. Now, sorry you have to go through the hassle. I just have to do this to avoid the cold callers and avoid nuisance calls, and that's why. So best of luck guys, and all the best with your test. See you in the next video. And I almost forgot to mention guys that there was no feedback at the end of this test. So I mentioned she had 2 minors, but yet the examiner didn't give a feedback about those 2 minors. That's because they were nothing to worry about, not worth spending time to discuss, because it was obvious that her driving was very good. So applause to her, and again, she remains, just as I mentioned before, one of the 2 best drivers we had for October, and she's now the best driver we've got so far for November. So we're waiting for the contender. So good luck guys, and again, I'll see you in the next video.